Hi, I'm Kendra, and I'm crashing a rehearsal today at Crane Theater. We have Uprising Theatre Company here. They're going to introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about their upcoming show, and tell you how you can get involved. So we'll go ahead and start here. Shannon, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the Uprising Theatre and how it got started?
Yeah, so I'm Shannon TL Kearns. I'm the founder and artistic director of Uprising Theatre Company, and we believe, like my shirt says, that stories can change the world, and that's our mission here. So what we do is we do theater around justice issues, and then we partner with community organizations that are already working on those issues to channel the energy and empathy created by theater into concrete action.
Wow, and so you were the founding member?
Yep.
And how long ago was it?
We turned 3 in March, so we're almost there. Yeah.
And I think on the website they said there's a fundraiser, a celebration happening.
Yeah, on March 26th, I believe, Monday night at Honey in Minneapolis, we're going to be throwing ourselves a birthday party, and it's going to be a silent auction and fundraiser. We're going to do some sneak peeks of upcoming shows. It's going to be a really fun night.
Very cool. And then can all of you introduce yourself, and then maybe tell us about the upcoming show and your role?
Fantastic. Hi, I'm Shelly Coleman. I directed the show. I was so excited to sort of explore the relationship between these two characters, find a way to make it relatable to the audience, and then also show us a window into the realities of characters maybe you haven't seen before.
And like I said before, I'm Shannon. I'm the playwright, and I also play Aiden, and the show is called The Resistance of My Skin.
Yes, it is.
I'm Ashley, and I'm going to be playing Jess, who is navigating her relationship with Aiden.
So what's the story about?
So it's about these two characters, both kind of coming from marginalized communities. Jess has a lot of privilege, that said, but she is a plus-size woman. So for her, it's about navigating her body and kind of dealing with the negative messages that she gets from the outside world, and then how to kind of flip that and become empowered with herself and realize that what someone else sees might not be what she thinks they see.
And can you talk about Aiden's
relationship
to that?
Yeah, and so Aiden's a transgender man, and Jess and Aiden have been dating for a little while, and they were trying to figure out kind of how to relate to one another and how to connect. Aiden's really insecure about his body and still dealing with his transition. And so it's kind of these two, what we see in the show is these two on a date.
So we see them in their real-time date, and they've been dating for a little while, and they're pretty sure tonight is the night that they're going to have sex for the first time. So that comes with a whole host of insecurities on top of the insecurities that their identities lead them to have. So we get to navigate from things like sexuality, consent, body image, all those good stuff.
That being said, like having these two characters that we don't normally see on stage, I think everybody is going to be able to find moments where you're like, oh my God, I've totally been there, or I've totally thought that, or my relationship started off just as awkwardly. So it's going to be a lot of fun for everyone.
Great.
And can you tell us a little about the work that Uprising does? How is it different from other theater companies around town?
Yeah, so the big difference for us is that we have these community partners. So for this show, we've got 3 community partners, partnering with the Sexual Violence Center, with Transforming Families, and with Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. We're really excited about these 3 partners. And what each of those community partners do is that they come with an ask of the audience that directly benefits their organization. So for this one, the Sexual Violence Center is collecting art supplies. They run all of these support groups, like 10 to 15 support groups a year that help countless people, and their budget doesn't include money for art supplies and snacks for these groups, so the staff has been buying all of that out of pocket. So we're gonna do an art supply drive for them. Transforming Families are doing a drive to have people write cards of encouragement to trans youth. So you can just write a card and that they will get it to a youth that really needs it. And Moms Demand Action is signing people up to go and join them for their lobby day at the Capitol in March.
Yeah, and as someone who is outside of the company but works with the company a lot. It's just really amazing, and it's good feedback we hear from audience members as well. So when they see a piece of theater that has to do around or centers around some social justice issues, this sort of feeling of being fired up by what they've seen and wanting to change something, but then walking out the theater and not quite knowing how to do that. So Uprising has this amazing mission where you just walk right out the theater door and you can either donate supplies, and then there are other barriers that aren't there for cost-wise too. So you can write notes, you can donate your time, and it's really just an amazing way to see a piece of art and then have it immediately motivate you into action.
And then I want to talk a little bit about the rehearsal process, what that's been like, if there's been a part of it that was challenging for you or really inspiring, and then also working in this space.
Well, I'll just start off by saying, there's a really fantastic national conversation happening right now surrounding the Me Too movement and Time's Up, and it's an issue that the arts community is dealing with, because we're one of the only communities where not only are you at work, your work might require you to kiss someone or simulate other sort of sexual acts. So it's an issue that we really need to grapple with. My sort of style as a director is to check in with actors, make sure everybody feels safe, and block out everything. So as it's happening, both actors know what is being asked of them, the expectations are set at every second, and they feel completely safe and comfortable. We discuss boundaries ahead of time. Anything that people don't feel comfortable, we change right away. So this is a kind of style that I've worked into my directing when directing acts of intimacy, and it's something that I hope sort of takes off, because I've had multiple actors tell me that this is the way to direct scenes like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jess is just really close to my heart, with me being a plus-size woman. The character deals and, expresses thoughts that I've had about myself. So that's been challenging, but also completely cathartic in being able to play that out and talk about issues in a safe space. As far as working in this room, the space has kind of got this cool aesthetic with, like, the old walls, and it's kind of in a factory. A little bit challenging because it's a little chilly. Bring a coat when you come. But also, like, it is an intimate space, and you kind of feel like you're right there with the characters, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, we're really excited to be at the Crane. This is our first time being here, and it's still a new space, so there are some quirks to it, but we're also really grateful to have another new theater space in town. We desperately need more spaces like this, and so we're excited to be here.
Wonderful. And then if people want to support your work, they can come and see the show. And the show runs February 16th to February 24th at the Crane Theater. Where can they get tickets?
They can go to uprisingtheaterco.com/tickets.
Okay, and how much are tickets going to be?
We have a pay-what-you-can option for every night. So general admission tickets are $20, but you can buy tickets for as low as $5 for every single performance. And you can do that both online or at the box office in person.
All right, and you take donations as well?
We do, always, yeah. So you can go to uprisingtheaterco.com/donate.
And really recommend getting those tickets early, because, like we said, this is an intimate space and seating is limited.
Wonderful. Okay, and so to close out, you have one last chance to pitch the show. If you could describe it in a few words, what would you say about The Resistance of My Skin?
All right. I would say relatable, moving, and sort of window.
Life is hard, awkward, and beautiful.
I think for me, this idea of we still so rarely see trans stories on stage written by trans folks and portrayed by trans folks. So this is a really important way to tell this story and to share it with an audience.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.